Dear artists, I'll start off with some new jokes, and then when I run out, I'll go back to reading old AI conversations. So I can't seem to remember them anyway. If this recording sounds different, it's because I'm recording it anywhere and everywhere. Noisy, quiet, whatever. As soon as it comes to me, I record it, and then we go from there. I should put them into AI just for organization, but I'm too lazy. And AI can pull it out of this transcript anyway, so it doesn't really fucking matter. In my opinion. Iris. I'm not sure if I told the joke yet or not, but there's one about the manager of Starbucks being a pervert for only hiring pretty exotic looking baristas. And I can add to that, I'm surrounded by perverts because the landlord's also a pervert for renting to so many exotic looking students. Both those are a lie, but, well, it may be a lie. I don't really know. I haven't asked either of them. That fits back into the parent, pervert, or pedo theme. Iris. So now I'm just treating you like I treat AI. Give it a joke and then just walk away. Until I think of something. I thought of a couple additions to the suicide joke, or jokes, I guess. And I didn't explain the bridge situation very well. Actually, two bridges. Well, I sort of explained, but not great. I think the whole story is, if I read it correctly, was the bigger bridge is where people like to do their jumping. And for a while, if someone was on the bridge about to jump, they only shut down that side of traffic, and that the other side continued to go by. And then people were filming it, posting on TikTok saying jump, jump, jump. So obviously, that's probably not a great situation. So they shut down both sides, which for me is the best situation because that cuts half of my traffic. So while it delays hundreds or even maybe thousands of people for hours, I get some peace and quiet, so I don't care. And I secretly want to start for me, it'd be actually better if they did the opposite and stop jumping off other bridges and just pick that one. I'm not saying increase the number of suicides, I'm just saying concentrate them to that one bridge because that works best for me. And if you can do it anyways, well, you might as well help out a friend. The same goes for the train station. You need to somehow make this train station the one to do your deed, because every day it happens, almost every day. They actually have a statistic for it in BC, suicide by jumping in front of a train. So it's a common occurrence. So promoting suicide, I need to somehow encourage everyone to go a few extra stops. Alright, that's pretty dark, Iris. But it's funny. It's all that matters. I think you would laugh. As long as you laugh, fuck the rest of the world. But since I've already gone down the dark path, I might as well continue it to the end. Or maybe another option, just to make it more convenient for everyone, is schedule a day of the week and a time that works best. And then they can just line up at the train station or on the bridge and do their deed all at once. It's going to take a little longer to clean up, but everyone will be ready. And if people are driving across the bridge, they know don't go Tuesdays at 9:37 p.m. Alright, I think that's as dark as I can take this suicide thing for now. Iris. This isn't really darker, but I do need to add a continuation to that suicide series. Technically suicide slash noise. There's two other sources of noise. One is the CN train tracks, because they feel the need to blow the horn even though they're moving at about 2 miles an hour. And the tugboats. Although at night you don't hear tugboats. And you can't do a suicide by train because it's not moving fast enough. But someone could stall their vehicle on the tracks and that would stop it. So that would be the trifecta. Stop the train, stop the public transit train, stop the commercial transit train, stop all the road noise. And then once the police get in place, or paramedics or whoever, turn off all your sirens, and everyone just settle down. Relax. Okay, maybe that is a little dark. Iris. Hi, Iris. This podcast will work a little bit different than Dear Grace. With this one, as soon as I have an hour's worth, I'll post it. Having said that, just thinking about all the suicide jokes and how dark they were. I spent the night trying to think of something darker, more sinister, more disturbed. Spent 4 or 5 hours thinking about that, but I didn't come up with anything, so it's all good. On another note, I had some new smoking jokes. First one being, enjoy smoking because I like having holes burnt in all my clothes. But that's only because I smoke outside, leaning back in a lawn chair. Like some Roman god. Train agrees. In fairness to my current housemates, Iris, their situation isn't as bad as I described. It was worse when I had more male housemates. Much worse, actually. However, you gotta go where the joke takes you. And if my voice sounds different, throughout this recording. I already said that, didn't I? Because I'm doing it throughout the day. It takes about 6 hours to fucking wake up. Train agrees. Alright, Iris. I'm just gonna go back to reading all my raw jokes as entered into good old AI. While I watch a squirrel and the train goes by. I should take a video, but I'm too lazy. Alright, new joke. Category retired, subcategory love. And plan B, joke notes. If I fail to seduce my barista, I'm going to continue to become a famous comic. I'm going to connect with Matt Rife, go on tour together. We can call it the mother and daughter tour. And that way all the moms and daughters can come to the shows. If the moms like the young guys, they can go with Matt. If they like the old guys, they can go with me. Same for the daughters. Whatever combination they could think of. Or, the ultimate for them, of course. And then we'll do it just like the Netflix guy. Impregnate. Sorry, the squirrel came to visit. It's the first time. Must like the sound of my voice. Sounding very smoky today. In fact, to get to where I am, that squirrel went 4 times further than he needed to. Could have just walked directly to me, but whatever. Anyway, the end of the joke is, then we do it like the Netflix guy. Just impregnate every single one of them. Which is in reference to a Netflix show which I have a bunch of jokes about. Category opener, subcategory, lucky or genius, joke notes. I can't tell if I'm a loser. One sec here. I can't tell if I'm a loser, incredibly lucky, or a genius. Lucky is the best option. Nobody wants to be a loser. It's conceited to call yourself a genius. This is my story, you decide. I turned 60 this year and retired early. Sounds like a genius move, but I was lucky. A loser who receives just enough from the government each month to live on. It's all about perspective and wording. Retired early and not retired early because of dementia, hence the Notebook. It's not the bad kind of dementia where you forget your past friends and family. It's a good kind where you forget your past friends and family. Fuck that. I was looking for a new life anyway. Newly retired, new friends. Category retirement, subcategory new friends. Joke notes. Unfortunately, there are 2 types of retired. Poor retired and rich retired. I'm the poor kind. I live off a $1,500 Canada pension plan check, and the only room I can afford is in a household of international students. Rich retired have savings, RRSPs, investments, cars, a house, everything they worked for all their life. I have a 10-year-old laptop with a broken keyboard, 2 pairs of jeans, and 5 black t-shirts. I'm not complaining. This part is the genius, or autistic portion of my story. I realize my outfit makes me look a little autistic, and I have been diagnosed autistic, but I reject the label. I'll take advantage of the label if I can, but I reject it officially. Category writing, subcategory movie idea. Movie notes. Jesus comes back to earth and tells the Pope, I'm not going to talk to anyone or say to anyone until every man, woman, and child on the planet has a home. Until then, I'll live either as homeless or nearly homeless until every single other person is saved. It's not really a joke. But I gotta put these movie ideas in here too, otherwise I'll forget them. I'll let AI sort this out in the end. Category retirement, subcategory love, housemates. One time a guy was coming back with his girlfriend on a date and had a little spat before she left. They had a little spat in the parking lot, which is sort of behind the backyard where I sit and smoke. Anyways, after it's all done, the guy walks by to me and says, women, don't bother with him. I thought to myself, you don't know half of it, brother. This is a sexist joke, but I don't care. Category house, subcategory housemates. I live with 3, sometimes 4 women who all have their period at the same time. At least once a month I seem to cry uncontrollably. That's a predictable joke. It's not true. Sorry about the train. It's not true, because I cry uncontrollably several times a month. Ha ha ha. Category opener, subcategory AI. Joke notes. AI is the perfect muse because you don't see the look of disappointment in her eyes like you do a real person when you tell them a joke. I can generally tell when I should be recording or not based on how well AI can record my words. As an example, here's a short conversation with AI. It thought I said, what is the first stroke in the system? It starts giving me a bunch of information about strokes, which may be helpful. But what I was trying to say was, what is the first joke in the system? Back to the housemates. Here's an addition to the hair joke. As soon as this train goes by, category house, subcategory housemates. I wonder if they're in the shower or in the bathroom going, oh my god, look at all this blonde hair from David. Actually, change it to, oh my god, look at all this fine blonde hair from David. I can barely see it. How annoying. It's so fine and barely noticeable. Okay, Iris. I got a bunch of openers that I put into the system. I'm just going to read them one by one as I put them in. Once the train goes by and the sirens slow down, crows shut up. Really don't know why I use this park, other than I like it. Oh, and the washroom's really good. I'll give you a review of the washroom one day. It'll be funnier than anything I've ever done. So I was worried that you might be getting bored hearing these same types of jokes different ways, but then I realized you're ill and you're probably having some memory issues of your own. You may have to re-listen to it to even get it the first time. So it's all good. Category opener, subcategory retirement. Hi, I'm David. I'm older than I look. I retired this year, but I'm poor retired. I live off a Canada pension plan. I find it hilarious because I also owe tax money. So every month I get a letter saying, give us some money, give us some money, give us some money. A couple of days later I get a check saying, here's some money. We're really waiting for that applause break. I bet her dad would edit this for you, Iris, but I prefer quantity over quality. I'm just going to give you a lot. Category opener, subcategory retirement. I'm David. I retired this year. My retirement has been more exciting than my non-retired life, my regular life. I don't know what that's called. Anyways, retirement has been more exciting. I was diagnosed with autism. I disagreed with the doctors. I wrote them a 200-page summary as to why they were wrong, why I was right, and why I was normal. Opener, retirement. Hi, I'm David. I'm old and I'm retired. I don't have a lot of money. The only place I can afford is to live in a house full of international students, and the Wi-Fi sucks. I think they're all using it to download porn, or maybe state secrets. I don't know. Try that one again in a second. Fresh air and sunlight. Two other good reasons to go to a park. Even a noisy one. Oh, by the way, the $25 gift card I found yesterday had at least $3.50 credit on it because it paid for my energy drink and sour gummy worms at the dollar store. So now I'll go back again, try another small purchase. So I tried to get the balance of the card, but for some reason the website doesn't work. So I'll just keep making small purchases until I use up the $25. I should do something charitable with it, but I'm the biggest charity I know, so fuck that. Alright, try this again. This isn't a bad opener. Hi, I'm David. Fuck. Shit, 5 o'clock. Hi, I'm David. I've never been patient in my life. I'm definitely not patient when there's trains going by every 10 seconds. Although to be fair, it does settle me down. Category opener, subcategory retirement. Hi, I'm David. I'm old and I'm retired, but I don't have a lot of money. The only place I can afford is to live in a house full of international students, and the Wi-Fi sucks. I think they're all using it to download porn, or maybe send home state secrets. I don't know. Category opener, subcategory comedy. Hi, I'm David, and I'm a comedian. I don't use AI to write jokes, but I do use it to document jokes. Every time I make a joke with an adult theme, I have to use a code word. The code word for porn is baby photos, which probably isn't a great code word. It's a little pedo-ish, but it is what it is. Category opener, subcategory housemates. I'm David, and I'm poor. I live in a house full of international students. I don't really talk to them because people tell me I'm autistic, but I don't think that's the reason. Anyway, I'd like to play a game. I figure out out of 15 students, one of them must be a spy. So my game is Who's a Spy? I'm determined to find a spy and turn them in, and maybe collect a reward, pay back the government some of the money I owe them. I guess it's best for me to learn that there'll be long applause breaks. I should just get used to it. Stop complaining. Let's try this one again. Category opener, subcategory homemates. Homemates or housemates. I'm David and I'm poor. I live in a house full of international students. I don't really talk to them because people tell me I'm autistic, but I don't really think that's the reason. Anyway, I like to play a game. I figure out of 15 international students, quote unquote, one of them must be a quote unquote spy. So my game is Who's a Spy? I'm determined to find the spy and turn them in, and then maybe collect a reward, pay back the government some of the money I owe them. It's a good joke and it's probably real too. True story, one of them did try and download GTA 5 off a BitTorrent and got caught. That was kind of funny. Anyways, category opener, subcategory aging. I'm David and I'm old. I turned 60 this year and I started smoking. I figured why not? Spend my whole life without them. And now I realize smoking is wonderful. I'm not going to promote it, but I don't hate it. What's the difference? So I start coughing in, 30 years? And I'm 90? And these are healthy cigarettes, not like the chemical sticks my parents smoked. Fuck it, I don't care. Hi, I'm David. I'm old and reckless. I turned 60 this year and started smoking. I know it's bad for you, but I don't care. What I do find funny is there's a whole physical aspect to smoking I didn't realize. Yeah, I need to do that one on camera. Iris, opener, personal experience. This is the opener for the 5 minutes of jokes I plan to make about my shoes. Personal appearance. Hi, I'm David, and I'm a hypocrite. I hate people who wear flip-flops and those slide-on shoes, or whatever the fuck they're called. I'm like, where's some real shoes? And then I realize that I basically wear slippers. Category opener, subcategory noise. Hi, I'm David. I'm old and I'm a pain in the ass. I have sensitive hearing. I either need noise or I hate noise. I can't win. I live in a house that's very quiet on the inside and very noisy on the outside. I'll never get through this one. without a train. Maybe I will. I have to admit, there's a certain anticipation after that train goes by that I'll talk. Maybe one day. Category opener, subcategory noise. Hi, I'm David. I'm old and I'm a pain in the ass. I have sensitive hearing. I either need noise or I hate noise. I can't win. I live in a house that is very quiet on the inside and very noisy on the outside. I close my window and I hear nothing but my fridge. If my window's open, I hear everything. I live beside a transit station. I hear the trains coming in and out. I hear the buses moving. The train station is beside a bridge. I hear the busy road. The train station is beside a bridge. I hear a busy road. On one side of the bridge there's a firehouse. On the other side there's a police station. I hear them going back and forth across that bridge with sirens every day. The bridge of course is going over water, and there are tugboats doing whatever, honking. Finally there's the train, the National Railway, has to honk their horn every time they cross the track at 1 mile an hour. I'm not going to repeat these over and over again. These are just raw data. I'm going to start getting through them faster. Category opener, subcategory noise. Joke notes. Hi, I'm David. I love fresh air, but I hate noise, which sucks. If I open my window, it's noisy. The only time I hear a break from all the noise in my neighborhood is when someone dies. I don't want to explain. I'm not encouraging death. Opener. Retirement. Hi, I'm David and I retired early this year. Don't applaud. There are two types of retired. There's poor retired and there's rich retired. I'm poor retired. Technically there's 3 types, but I'm not going to get into that. Category opener, subcategory retirement. Hi, I'm David. I retired early this year. Don't applaud. There are 2 types of retired. There's poor retired and there's rich retired. I'm poor retired. That means I live off the Canada pension plan. Rich retired live off RSP, savings, advancements, blah blah blah. Category opener, subcategory luck. Joke notes. Hi, I'm David. I'm always lucky but unlucky. Lucky because I live in a house full of international students and they're all quite pretty. But I'm unlucky because I'm in love with a woman half my age, who's also quite pretty, but she doesn't live in the house. All these students are just a reminder of her and that I'm a loser. Hi, I'm David. I retired this year but have nothing to do, so I spend a lot of time in the park. I spend a lot of time in the same park. It's hard not to look like a pervert or something. Hi, I'm David. I retired this year but have nothing to do, so I spend a lot of time in the park. I spend a lot of time in the same park. It's hard not to look like a pervert or something worse, which I can't say because of AI. Subcategory retirement. Hi, I'm Dave. I'm retired. Apparently I went from David to Dave too, but anyways. I'm Dave. I'm retired. I spend a lot of time in the park. I feel like I know everybody's schedule. When the lawn bowlers are going to come, t-ball practice. By the way, they always seem to be practicing t-ball, but I've never seen them play a game. And then there's volleyball night, good old volleyball night, where 20-somethings put on tight shorts and play a game where they don't keep score, seemingly for my entertainment. Good old volleyball night, where pretty 20-something girls put on tight shorts and play a game where they don't keep score, seemingly for my entertainment. Could add that to the parent, pervert, or pedo category too. Hi, I'm David. I'm retired and I spend a lot of time in the park philosophizing, which is a word I can't say, philosophizing. Philosophy-sizing. Thinking about philosophy. Thank you for watching. I'm David. I'm very lucky. I found an affordable place to live in Vancouver and I have 3 hot roommates. 20-something students from other countries. Exotic, long dark hair. Gorgeous. However, because the universe hates me, there's always a balance. In this case, the balance is hair. I've never seen 3 girls lose so much hair in the washroom, on the sink, on the blah blah blah. You heard that joke already. It's actually not true, because... Hi, I'm David. I have 4 housemates now. They're all international students from other countries. They're all female. I wonder what they think of me. I don't ask, but I wonder, especially when you look in the recycling bin and all you see is these exotic foods from all around the world, and then all these pizza pop boxes. You must wonder, how many pizza pops can this man eat? I'm David. I'm incredibly lucky to have 4 hot roommates. I never try to hit on them because it's just my luck. One of them would go for it, and then their brother or uncle or father would stop by and cut off my head, or worse, my ... I was on a roar this day with all these openers, Iris. One of these gotta fucking work. I'm David. I'm either an idiot or a genius. I became a comedian to impress one girl. If I fail to impress her, then I'll impress thousands of girls just like her, so I can't lose. I'll either impress the woman of my dreams, or I'll impress the woman, or I'll impress all the women of everyone's dreams. I'm David. I retired this year. I was forced to retire due to memory issues, not the bad kind where you forget your friends and family. I think we've done that one enough. I'm David, retired. I'm David. Hi, I'm David. I'm retired. I've been retired for a few years. It's boring, very boring. I've decided I'm going to relive my life. I'm going to start over. New career, new wife, new kids, everything. A fresh start. My new job? Comedian. No matter what. Why? If you Google comedians and their wives or their partners, the answer speaks for itself. I want the pretty wife. I want the eye candy, but smart too. Clearly, if I can't read it out, it needs some work. Ours. I was kidding about new kids. You can still be my kid. Let's try this again. I'm David. I'm David. I'm retired. I've been retired for a few years. It's boring. It's very boring. Actually, it doesn't matter. Sometimes it sounds like it says I'm retarded. It still works. The joke's still the same. I'm David. I'm retarded. I've been retarded for a few years. It's boring. Very boring. I decided I'm going to relive my life. I'm going to start over. New career, new wife, new kids, everything. A fresh start. My new job? Comedian. No matter what. If you Google comedians and their partners, the answer speaks for itself. I want the pretty wife. I want the eye candy. But she has to be smart too. Hi, I'm David. I retired this year, got my first CPP check. I celebrated. As you can see, I broke my hand. It's obviously a visual joke, Iris. I got a whole bunch of broken hand jokes, but I'm not going to go over those because those are all visual. And while I could describe it visually, what I'm doing, I'm not going to. Eventually I'll turn on the camera and send you that directly. What I should do, Iris, is record in the washroom inside the library. It's perfectly quiet in there, but that'd be a little odd. Hi, I'm David. I'm retired and I'm poor, but I'm lucky. Somehow I found a place to stay in Vancouver that I can afford, and it has a nice backyard. Noisy, but nice. Noisy because it's under the train, but nice because there's nobody else in it most of the time, except for me. Everyone else goes to school or has a job. I'm the only loser. There's nobody there. I spend so much time in the backyard, some of my housemates call it my living room. Hi, I'm David. I'm old, but I have a baby face. I still can't grow a full beard. This is a week's worth of growth. It's a beautiful joke. And actually, I wouldn't say a week's worth, I would say an X amount worth. Because that works whether I've shaved today, or I haven't shaved for a week, or a month, or a year, or a lifetime. Sorry about that long delay. Alright. More random-ish jokes and or alternate openers and or alternate jokes. And if your kids playing in the background, there's nothing I can do about that. Gotta keep my eye on them because they're playing soccer and I don't want an errant ball to hit me in the head. Category retired, subcategory love. I'm in love with a woman half my age. I think half my age is fine. Half my height would also be fine, but would be odd. If she's half my height, I prefer she's a dwarf. Otherwise it's just gonna look like a little miniature person. That's too weird, even for me. Look at how I look. That's too weird even for me. Look at how I look. Half my weight's fine. That's a lot different than twice. Twice my age obviously wouldn't work. Her being 120 and me being 60. Well, if I could stick it out for a couple of years, I'd probably get settlement, inheritance, beneficiary, whatever. I'd get her money. I was going to say inheritance, but I guess it doesn't matter. Widowship? No idea. Twice my height? I guess that would be fine. Twice my height, half my age? Weird. Actually, twice my height probably isn't going to work, unless we're in a circus. Category opener, subcategory memory. Hi, I'm David, just David. I have a last name, but I forget it sometimes. I woke up in the hospital one day with memory issues. Don't worry, it's not the bad kind of memory issues where you forget your friends and family. It's a good kind where you forget your friends and family. Actually, I'm starting to like that joke now. Just keep saying that over and over again. Category opener, subcategory general. Joke notes. I'm old, I'm retired, I was a computer programmer. I've been married a couple of times. I have one grown adult daughter. I have memory issues. I was diagnosed with autism, but I disagree. Some people think I'm gay, but I disagree. I'm trying to become a writer or a comedian or both. I look like a Ricky Gervais clone. I'm incredibly lucky. And I'm in love with or have a crush on a woman half my age. That's a lot to take in. I don't have a starting point, so I'm going to pick something randomly to begin. I'm just going to go right through those trains. Iris. Category opener, subcategory late bloomer. I'm a late bloomer. I couldn't grow a full beard until 40. I didn't try weed until 45. I didn't smoke cigarettes until 55. And now I'm 60, addicted to both. And restarting from scratch. I knew me. I guess I never bloomed. I'm not a late bloomer. I know I don't look 60. At least I hope I don't. As I'm in love with a woman half my age. I think she's half, approximately. At least over 25, probably. I'm rounding up to 30, just in case. I'm not a pervert. If I'm in love with her, I should know her age, yes? I don't. I'm not sure she's single. But if she isn't, I'm willing to wait. I need to work myself a bit anyway. I'll probably figure her last name one of these days too, but lots of time for that. It's only been a couple of years. Category opener, subcategory memory. I apologize for the notebook. I know it's a no-no in comedy, but I have an excuse. Dementia. It's actually the A word, but I have problems pronouncing A words for some reason. Don't feel sad for me though. I was forced to retire when my memory started to fail. I don't mind. Who wants to work? Category appearance, subcategory fat. I remember being fat and losing things while watching TV, looking all around the couch and can't find them, and realizing that they're somewhere in my fat, and all I have to do is stand up. So I'd stand up, and then my pen or my remote or whatever would just fall on my rolls, and off I'd go. Let's try that one again. Category appearance, subcategory fat. I remember being fat and losing things while watching TV, and looking all around the couch and not finding them, and realizing that there's somewhere in my fat, and all I have to do is stand up. So I'd stand up, and then my pen or my remote or whatever would fall on my rolls, and off I'd go. Category retired, subcategory poor. Rich retired visit Fiji or have a timeshare somewhere. Poor retired watch videos of guys who shack up with Asian girls overseas that live on $1,000 Canadian a month. Poor retired shops at Walmart, dollar store. Rich retired shops there too. Everybody shops there. Rich retired gets stem cell treatments for pain. Poor retired smoke weed. I'm gonna get through all of these, Iris, and then we'll get you some new material tomorrow. Write some stuff from scratch instead of rehashing this old crap. Category retired, subcategory poor. I'm not bitter about being poor or retired. It was my choice. I didn't buy into the whole RRSP scheme or any concept of planning for the future. However, I didn't sell out, I guess. I had my beliefs. And generic 8% beer. Rich retired live a modified version of their previous boring life. Poor retired live like the homeless, never sure if they budgeted correctly and if they have enough money in their account for beer. Poor is really semi-retired. You have enough to live on, but you need a part-time job to live. Something reliable like Walmart greeter, not something impossible like stand-up comedy. But I'm also an idiot retired. I chose stand-up as my extra income, the worst-paying entry-level position in show business. It pays nothing. Category opener, subcategory PPP. I don't know if I'm a parent, a pervert, or a pedo. PPP. Do I have to say PPP? What if I say the Edo word ChatGPT freaks out when I record into it, so I'll just keep saying PPP. I don't know if I'm a P, or a P. I sit outside and I smoke and I observe like a parent, not a pervert, but I do see the walk of shame sometimes in the early morning hours. I've seen every combination of color and race combining in a celebration of international love and joy. Or I've seen a bunch of horny university students hooking up, which is leading to pervy. That's all about perspective. I'm not the one hooking up with them, so I don't think it's pervy. I think it's parental. It's not like I'm keeping a database of who's hooking up when. Okay, that sounds a little creepy. Iris. Category opener, subcategory general. I'm old, I'm retired. Sorry, I already did that one. Category comedy, subcategory AI. I use AI for my jokes, not to write them or edit them, just to organize them. But sometimes my ego needs to ask for opinions. And to be fair, if I write 30 openers and I can't figure out which one to start with, I'll never be a comedian. If I write 30 openers and put them all into AI, and then write 50 odd jokes, put that into AI, and say which opener works best for these jokes, I think that's a reasonable use of AI. And it probably doesn't fucking matter anyway. Category opener, subcategory age. I turned 60 this year and I received my first CPP check, which I wish I could say I'm set for life, but CPP is not enough to retire on. Well, you can poor retire, but being poor retired is poor and no fun. It is, however, funny, I hope. Rich retired is preferred, or even normal retired. Poor retired is like being homeless, except you have a roof over your head, but the day-to-day is similar, if you're alone. Category love, category comedy, subcategory love. I'm David. I don't do stand-up to become famous. I don't do it to get laid, though it would be nice. I do it because I'm in love with a younger woman, and this is the only way I know to impress her. Laying, yes or no. I don't care. I care a bit. I need her to laugh. If you laugh, I get laid. Make sense? Why comedy? Here's a hint. Here's a hint, guys. If it's easy to make her laugh, she'll fall in love with you, assuming you're not acting and you're not an asshole underneath the act. If you're a true comedian using material and situations from your real life, you'll open a connection to the audience, in my case, to her. If you're acting like a comedian and are funny, great. If you're acting like a comedian and are funny, great. If it makes people laugh, I get it. However, I'm not interested in acting on stage. If I'm funny and my stories are funny, great. If I'm not, I'll fuck off. Category retired, subcategory poor. I prefer poor retired, which forces you to try something new. Or lying in bed all day long in a massive pit of depression, wondering, will this be my life forever and ever and ever? Try again. Category retired, subcategory poor. Nope. Category openers. Subcategory idiot or genius. Joke notes. I'm either an idiot or a genius. You decide. Here's my scenario. I'm 60 years old. Broke with no savings, no RSPs, and nothing but a monthly CPP check from the government. $1,500. That's basically a homelessness sentence for most. I was lucky to find a reasonable room to rent in a household of international students. 2/3 of the residents are female and hot, but I'm not interested, at least not now. I'm in love with a random Starbucks barista who doesn't have a clue I exist. Well, she may remember me as a client, but I doubt she needs a potential suitor, if such a thing still exists. Either way, if she did notice me, I noticed her too late. By the time I realized how kind and probably how funny she is, it was too late. I'd fallen in love. In the continuation, I didn't bother to check to see if she had a boyfriend or a girlfriend. I decided if she did, I'd wait. To be clear, although she is very pretty, that's not what attracted me to her originally. I noticed her because she was the first at that Starbucks to remember my usual order. Did I fall in love because I was too lazy to order? Maybe. I should mention, becoming a medium. I don't think I'm a medium. I should mention, becoming a comedian was not my goal at this stage of my life, nor was seducing a 20-something barista, hopefully 30. But here I stand on stage, telling you my love story. Category love, subcategory idiot or genius. Here I stand on stage, telling you my love story. Although I can live off $1,500 a month, it's barely living. I'm one step away from homelessness, leading a very similar lifestyle. I'm always looking for an opportunity for a better life, or at least a better existence. But I should do what a normal man my age would do to find a partner of my own age and socio-economic background, someone I have something in common with, not to pursue a potentially unavailable partner. If you think this is going to be a stalker situation, you're wrong. But the moment I hear that train, I can just start talking faster. I'm not saying I'd appreciate a break in the train traffic, but I'd appreciate a break in the train traffic. Category appearance, subcategory keto and fat. I did keto before it was cool, and everyone thought my heart would explode. My arteries were clogged, and whatever else would go wrong. And they were all fucking wrong. Every single one of them. Category retirement, subcategory love. I wanted to be a comedian back in my 40s, but I was too embarrassed to get on stage. I didn't see how it would change my life. whereas now it changes everything. Category retirement, subcategory bitter. I'm not bitter about being poor retired, because before I became retired, I lost my memory. I was able to travel around the country with my daughter. That actually may be more of an opener. Doesn't matter. Whatever you think. Category retired, subcategory autistic and comedy. I still don't believe I'm autistic. Maybe I just hate the character. However, all my other favorite comedians are either autistic, disabled in some way, or just weird. And all those comedians are loved by normal people. Category retirement, subcategory living situation. How is a living situation? I'm kidding about the girls with the long hair. Yes, they have long hair. Yes, they're pretty. But it isn't all over the place. It was when I was married. That part is true. A slight embellishment. I'm not saying they're perfect, you see. I'm the occasional one. But it's not disgusting, or gross, or unmanageable, or unreasonable, or suspicious. Category retired, subcategory comedy and pretty girls. Pretty girls shouldn't be maligned, just because one saved my life. So if one's good, we have to assume they're all good. So stop being mean to pretty girls. Be nice to them. More of a public service announcement than a joke, but... Category retired, subcategory love and comedy. Joke notes. Not pursuing potential unavailable partner. If you're thinking this may be a stalker situation, you're wrong. Like once I realized there was a possibility of seducing the barista, I ghosted her. Well, I ghosted the Starbucks. I stopped going there until I could return and sweep her off her feet like Richard Gere in that movie, whatever it was called, An Officer and a Gentleman. Then I remembered I'm old, fat, ugly, and poorly dressed. And for over a year, I visited a cafe 45 times a week, looking like a massive loser. "45 times a week, looking like a massive loser. The only reason I was eating at Starbucks was to get out of my room and interact with the world. Well, watch the world, not really interact. I haven't spoken to anyone for 2 years. Shortly after my barista started to remember my order, nearly every other employee at that location followed suit. All I had to do was stand at the counter and look at the employee and just repeat my order before I gave it. Did she tell them? Or are they all just great at customer service? I don't know. Category retirement, subcategory love. Joke notes. Continued. Did she tell them? Are they all great at customer service? I don't know. But I did have a routine. I guess I'm noticeable in an unimpressive way. I'm not an idiot in the traditional sense. I knew I couldn't live the rest of my life on $1,500 a month. I considered returning to my old life, writing code for the software industry. But the thought of working in an office environment, even from home, sounded worse than CPP. I'd rather be broken and alone than write code for any reason or anybody. What's the alternative? Write words, funny words, these fucking words. A little aggressive, but... Category retirement, subcategory poor. Joke notes. At one point in my life, when I was in my... Well, it says priesthood age, but that's not what I had said. At one point in my life, when I was a certain age... okay. Almost done, Iris. point in my life when I was the age of the housemates, age of the students, I lived with my dream to become a photojournalist and travel the world with a camera and a notebook. I even went to college to study journalism. Unfortunately, I fell in love with the computer aspect of writing and not the go out and interview someone aspects. I dropped out of journalism in the first year and switched to computer programming. I wrote stories with code, less personal, more logical. I spent the next 35 to 40 years either starting various software companies or writing code for others. It wasn't my dream, but it sufficed to put food on the table and clothes on my daughter's back. Skip forward a few decades, I'm divorced, my daughter has completed university and is living her life on the other side of the country. And I'm too poor to go visit her. Not a great story, however I didn't give up. Maybe it's because I was living in a household of pseudo-daughters that I knew I needed to write. Maybe eventually become a ... world famous fucking comedian. Category opener, subcategory memory. I forgot the first part of my life. Got out of college, started working, retired. When I retired, I realized how little I had. That's when I started thinking about comedy. But the thought of working again, even if it's stand-up, seemed worse than my current situation. So I decided to focus on comedy instead. It's a way to deal with my past and present, and maybe, just maybe, it'll make things better. Category retired, subcategory more. Rich retired or normal retired, if you like. This is where person plans, RSPs, savings, investments, properties, cars, etc. Plan like an adult. I never matured. I never planned. I don't know why. I figured I'd be rich or dead before I retired. How wrong. I'm not rich, obviously. If I was, I'd go seduce my crush with flashy clothes and cars. Since I'm not rich, but I am in love, or at least I don't wish to be alone the rest of my life, my only option is comedy. Be funny or go home. End life, end game, restart. I can't lose with comedy. If I succeed, if you laugh at my words, hopefully out loud, I win. Category retired, subcategory love, comedy. Assuming all of these stages work, there's actually another joke about this, about the different seduction stages. Figured that out later. Assuming all of these stages work, the last one will be her and I going out after the show because she's funnier than anyone in existence ever. Okay, maybe this sounds like I'm delusional and not demented. Is that what they call a person with dementia? Demented. I don't know. I've never asked my doctor. Or maybe I have. Who knows? With dementia, you can tell people off with immunity. But, by the way, if there's someone you don't like, you can rip them a new asshole one day and then pretend you never had the conversation the next day. Sorry, son, I don't recall saying that. Dementia. And then all is forgiven, and I get some shit off my chest. I don't really do that. I think. Who knows? Dementia. You don't need the dementia label to make excuses when you're old, but it helps. Category retired, subcategory love and comedy. You don't need the dementia label to make excuses when you're old, but it helps. Revenue Canada calls, I'm like, taxes? What are those? Then they look at my file and see I'm on disability for memory issues, and all is forgiven and forgotten. How can I pay back taxes if I can barely remember the Prime Minister? That was one of the questions I got right during my memory assessment. Who's the current Prime Minister? I blurted out Trudeau proudly. Of course I was thinking about his father, good old Pierre. Category, retirement, subcategory, comedy. Comedy and technically acting are two careers which experience is not required, especially comedy. If you can find a club, they'll put you on stage, and you can fill their club, it's in their best interest. Acting is harder. They want name recognition. I could be the best actor in the world, but I'll never get a shot without credits. However, instead, if I can murder an open mic and have a paid gig, Category retired, subcategory backyard. Category retired, subcategory backyard, weed. The weed doesn't make me paranoid. In fact, I like it. Because when I sit in the backyard smoking at night, when the mother raccoon comes out with her 3 little babies, it doesn't scare the shit out of me. And when the rat crawls from out, when the rat crawls out from under the house, I don't jump anymore. The bats are still a little bit freaky, but I can deal with that. They never really seem to come down below the trees. And overall, I just sit there and look at the Big Dipper all night long. I'm a fucking retard. Category retired, subcategory backyard, movie ideas. I like to sit in the backyard and come up with movie ideas, but I've been burnt too many times by writing them all out and putting them on Substack. Nobody gives a fuck on Substack. Then I'll try Twitter. Nobody gives a fuck on Twitter. So why not here on stage? Third time lucky? Movie ideas? Category opener, subcategory Adderall, ADHD. Hi, I'm David. Sorry about the notebook. If I take Adderall, I don't need it, but I end up on a psych ward. Not fun. The Adderall was fun. Wish that was available when I was a computer programmer. I guess it was. Called cocaine. Psych ward, not fun. Not recommended. I guess I'll add meth to my previous list of drugs used. Category retirement, subcategory love comedy. Comedy is my only solution to a long and happy retirement, not alone. If by chance the love of my life does have a partner and doesn't come to my show, then fine, plan B. Plan B. I'll flirt with every available woman in every show until I find a new one to fall in love with, or until I get tired of taking antibiotics for STDs. I can't lose. Google top comedians and their partners, and you'll see an ugly or average-looking comedian with a hot wife or partner, or whatever. But that's Plan B, and I'm a romantic. I want Plan A. Category retirement, subcategory poor. To survive living on $1,500 a month, I rent a room. I can't afford an apartment, obviously. $1,500 wouldn't cover rent. However, I'm very lucky in life. When I need it, things fall into my lap. Not loads of cash or women, but I was lucky enough to find an affordable room in a house full of international university students. If that's not lucky enough, they're all hot. The females, the males I ignore, who cares? However, fortunately or unfortunately, I'm already in love with a university age girl. Woman. Category retirement, subcategory poor. Notes, I'm obviously on the cheapest plan possible with Netflix, and I'm bored, so I watch all the new shit. Anyone seen that show on Netflix about the guy with over 1,000 kids? Quick summary: a good-looking young man, blonde hair, blue eyes, becomes a sperm donor that donates all over the place by lying on the application, which isn't a crime. But he's good-looking, he has a decent profile. Hundreds or thousands pick his sperm, and as an added service, if they can't afford a sperm bank, he'd give it to them directly in a Tupperware container, and they can find their own method to get up their hoo-ha. Again, not illegal. Although he's portrayed as evil narcissist on the show, he's quite accommodating. If you live too far away to get the sperm home without it dying, he'd go to your home and jerk off in your washroom so it was fresh for you. Consider it, yes? He didn't even charge them for his gas. And if that still didn't work, he'd fuck the shit out of them until they got pregnant. With the woman's permission, of course. It's not illegal. A bunch of lesbians, couples, used this service. Eventually, after a bunch of their kids looked alike, someone figured it out and caught them. And then after comparing photos of all the kids, they realized the extent and the chance that some of their kids will meet, fall in love, and have fucked up kids. You know, like how the royalty does it. The guy's solution is just The guy's solution is to suggest everyone get a 23andMe test before dating, just in case. I agree. But what if the half-siblings are gay and don't have kids? Or they adopt? Is that still incest? I'm not looking to become the next guy. And if I did, I'd do it the Elon Musk style. I'd impregnate them, take care of them financially, let them make 95% of the parenting choices, and then I'd find another woman who agrees and continues. Soon, of course, if I become a successful comedian, if you're in the audience and agree to those terms, then I'd like to talk to you after the show. Category retirement, subcategory memory. Best thing about dementia is if I bomb today, I won't remember tomorrow. Category retirement, subcategory housemates. I'm lucky. I miss my daughter sometimes, but then I hear two housemates laughing in the hall. Category retirement, subcategory memory. When I started losing my memory, I began recording my conversations, all of them, everywhere, 24/7. ChatGPT filters out the crap, and then I insert the conversations into a database. Finally, before I go to the doctors or any place of importance, I play back a transcription of our past conversations. Seems smart, yes? I thought so too, until the transcript took too long to listen to, and I'd forget by the end, at the beginning. And although I tried to summarize it with AI, it just didn't work. Eventually I was caught, found out. I was boondoggled. Category retirement, subcategory PPP. I spend a lot of time in my backyard. It's sad. I look lonely. But most parents are lonely, so it's normal. It's relaxing. I enjoy reading in the backyard. It's cool, temperature-wise. There's always shade. I have to move to get into the shade, but there's always shade. There's too many ants, but I can live with ants. And little ones that don't bite. It's probably weirder for my housemates. They see me out here taking notes. Probably wonder what I'm taking notes about. In truth, it's their sex lives. I have a complete database of every time they do the walk of shame in either direction. That's a joke, Iris. I don't even know their fucking names. One day. Category autism, subcategory dementia and lying. Joke notes, I don't lie. Partially because I'm autistic, partially because I have dementia, partially because I can't think and be cut that one short because AI couldn't read it. Comedy, subcategory opinion. This isn't a joke, just an opinion. It's about all these different brain drugs, serotonin and blah blah blah, which we can't easily test for, and there's no way to measure the chemical instantly. Can you stop talking about it? Don't say serotonin. We don't know what standard amount is. 1 million parts per 1 billion whatever. We don't know. We just don't fucking know. It's all about perspective. Category opener, subcategory senior citizen. If I say I'm a senior citizen, it depends on your definition of senior. If I say I turned 60 this year and received my first Canada pension plan check, then the government believes I'm a pensioner, at least. Pensioner sounds better than senior. I live on a pension, like I planned that. Like I planned that far ahead in my life. Category opener, subcategory, it's all about perspective. What if everything is true? Everything from Jesus to aliens. Everything. One universe where Jesus is real. One where aliens are real. One where both are. One where Jesus is an alien. It's endless. If simulation theory is real, then the multiverse is real. The moon is a spaceship. Real. Who at night knows where in the sky the moon should be? I don't care. I'll wear the same shirt the rest of my life. I'm in love with a woman at least half my age. I spoke to her for 1 hour a day for 60 fucking... I spoke indirectly to her for 1 hour a day for 66 fucking days. And did she respond to me once? No, not even once. Do I still love her? Yes. Why? Because I'm an idiot. Category retired, subcategory autistic. I'm autistic and my hearing is weird. Sometimes I can't hear a thing. Or skip that one. Category retired, subcategory memory. I'm using a notebook because I'm old and my memory sucks. I might not need it. If I took Adderall, I don't need the notebook, but I end up in the psych ward. Not fun. Notebook is easier. I'm older than I look. I turned 60 this year and received my first CPP check. I'm poor retired. Most people are rich retired. And because I'm an idiot, I'm in love with a woman half my age. Well, just the same ones over and over there. Iris. Category retired, subcategory housemates, joke notes. I'm so bad with my housemates' names that I almost killed one of them. I'm so bad with my housemates' names I almost got one of them killed. Paramedics showed up for a welfare check while I was sitting in the backyard. They gave me the name and I looked at them like an idiot because I didn't recognize it. Maybe it was on my floor. Maybe if it was someone on my floor I might have recognized the name, but it wasn't. So I brought them into the main floor because it said number 2. I went to the door number 2 and it was wrong. I went downstairs and found the right guy. Could have killed him, but I didn't. Probably a bit of an exaggeration too. However, almost done here, Iris. Retirement, subcategory health, smoking. I was born in the 60s. I came from the hospital in a car full of smoke, cigarette smoke. I spent the first 14 years of my life surrounded by smoke during different parts of the day, inhaling it, absorbing it, the nicotine. Category opener, subcategory disabilities. Alright, this is the last one. I'm too tired. Category opener, subcategory disability. Joke notes. I'm 60, retired, but forced retired. I live on disability, $1,500 a month. I call it poor retired. You're not homeless, but you also have no fun. It's a boring, pathetic life, depending on your viewpoint. It's also been an amazing opportunity to be given later in life, a chance to start over, a redo. I've decided to become a comedian, because if you can joke about any part of your life you're not happy with, you can change your situation permanently. If you really mean the joke and it doesn't sting, if others use it about you. If you really mean the joke, and if it doesn't sting when others use it about you. If you can do it on stage, even better. If it kills on stage, the best. Sure, the path sucks for you, but sharing with others in a positive outlook can help them. But how can I or anyone make their lives seem funny? You cannot force laughter. Others must connect with your situation first. Talk to you tomorrow, Iris. Or next time, I guess. I'm not doing the tomorrow thing. So maybe in an hour or so.